Hi my friends, it's Bella and welcome to Beauty on a Budget. And 2021, oh my goodness, how did we get here? 2021. Well, I'm really glad to see the back of 2020, and I know a lot of you are going to say exactly the same thing. What a year, what a year. It's been wonderful to be able to come on here during that time and bring you videos that I hope you like, to try and take your mind off of things, to try and encourage you, and I've loved doing that. And thank you so much for the last video that I put up. You've given me such lovely comments and said how I've helped you during that time, and that is so what I wanted. That was so my dream for this channel, that I could help other women and encourage them. It's really what I wanted to do. And when I get the voices back that I'm doing that, it just me to bits. Honestly, I can't tell you how happy it makes me feel, and I think we all need a bit of happiness at the minute. And I always will continue, please God, I keep my health and strength, what I've got of health and strength, that I can continue to do that for you completely through 2021, because that's my intention. But I'm nothing if not a realist, and I'm certainly someone who will always try to see her cup as half full. You guys know me, you know that I'm like that. I will always try to encourage people to look on the bright side of life, as the song says, and count their blessings, and and I'm a big advocate for that. I truly believe in that. But I'm also, as I said, a realist. And today, the first day of the year, I cannot say or find the words to say how I feel what's happening in my country. I know it's happening all around the world. I know it's happening all around the world. But I can only go for my little part of the world. It's just awful. It's awful. And I don't think we should cover that up, because as much as we say, and I believe it wholeheartedly, and wholeheartedly I want to help you and lift you up during this time. I do. But I'm also a realist, and I know that a lot of you are not going to be picked up by a mere video, are grateful for the encouragement, but the worry and the pain and the hurt goes a lot deeper than that, and the fear goes a lot deeper than that. And I just want to say that I'm here for you too, and I get that. I 100% get that, because I'm on here a couple of times a week for quarter of an hour, half an hour, but I have all that rest of that time off the camera. And I am the person that you see. I am true to myself. But there's times when I'm really frightened too. I live in the north of England and my children are in the south. It started off being, in the beginning of the year, in March, they put us on a full lockdown. And anybody who doesn't know what's happening in the UK, the virus went up and up and up, and then in March, I believe it was March, they put us on a full lockdown. March, April, a full lockdown. So nowhere was open, everybody was shut, all the schools were shut. And the figures came down dramatically. And you could see, because they show us charts all the time, you can see the charts online. And the figures came right down, so it was really, getting to the back of it. But they've gone up again, because, to be honest, people don't listen. And they don't social distance, and they don't bother with the masks, and you know, it spreads. It spreads. And I'm sure you know, wherever you are, that there's a second strain here now, a second strain of the virus, and it's much stronger, and it passes on to others much quicker, much easier. So our figures now have gone up and up and up again, and have now surpassed where they were. So we've got more cases now than we've ever had. That started more down in the south. That they're the first, because we're in tiers. Our system is in tiers, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was only just made a couple of weeks ago. So it's 1 is hardly any cases, 2 and so forth, and it goes up. 4 is a complete lockdown. 4 is that your area is completely locked down. So Rebecca went into 4 and Emma went into 4. Yeah. Rebecca and my daughters went into 4 last week, and we went into 4 yesterday. So we are on a complete lockdown. No shops are open, only food shops. You're not allowed out the house unless you are going shopping, for education, for a medical visit, or to work. You can't go out the house for any other reason than those. You can only go to work if it's impossible for you to work from home, if you have a job where your hands on and you have to be in work. And they don't know a finishing date for that. That's it for the foreseeable future. But we do have 2 vaccines. The first one started, I believe, about a week or so ago. They started putting it out, distributing it about a week ago, and we've got another one now, the Oxford one, and that seems to be I'm not saying better, because goodness, it saves lives. It's whatever it is, but it's one that apparently doesn't need to be kept so cold and refrigerated, and it's longer life. It's better. The vaccine is better that way. So that's coming out next week. So yes, there's great hope. There's great hope. And of course, if we've got it, the world will have it too. And it's wonderful to have that vaccine, you know, to know that maybe there's light at the end of this tunnel. But today, there's a lot of you, and I don't know if any of you that are watching me, or people just indoors on their own that are not feeling that are grateful. Of course they're grateful for the fact that we've got the vaccine. But, you know, I found this time really hard. I've loved making videos because that is such a big thing for me. And you guys, for everything you say to me, I can honestly back at you, because I don't know what I'd have done without making videos. I think I would have gone totally potty. But I think of my case, you know, my part in this, and I've got a house and warmth and strength, you know, food, and I've got a husband that, you know, I love, that's with me all the time. I think, what must it be like to be lonely? What must it be like to be indoors on your own without anyone to visit you and feel all the things that I feel anyway? As a parent, you know, as a parent, to feel worried about your children and your grandchildren, and, you know, I mean, I was up at 6 o'clock, 5:30 this morning, searching to see if my grandchildren's schools are in areas that are not going back, because some areas are saying they want to send the children back, which to me is like lambs to the slaughter, but that's just my opinion. And I was up, I was 5, looking at the schools and checking the maps and seeing what's, you know, if the children have got to go back to school, or if they can be safe at home with their mums. That, you know, we all feel things, don't we? We all do, and it is a hard time for all of us. And I'm thinking, imagine feeling that and completely on your own. Or even worse, for me this is even worse, because I've been in a marriage, not now, but I've been in a marriage where I can barely imagine what it must be like to have this situation, not be able to move and be in the house in that particular relationship. And I know a lot are. I know a lot are. It's very easy for me to say it's hard, you know, I'm worried about my children, I'm worried about, but I've got Baz and, you know, I've got you guys, and but what about the people that haven't got that, you know? I just really feel for them. I really, really feel for them. And because I've had, and anybody now who is in the wrong relationship, who is in a dangerous relationship, who is, you know, not happy in a relationship or treated unfairly, what it must be like to be 24/7, not be able to leave. It must be unimaginable. It must be unimaginable. And I think that's why the government say so much what's happening with people's, you know, feelings and emotions is also very, very important. Apart from the virus, of course we want to be locked in. Of course we want to be protected from the virus. And that's what I want. I'm you know, I'm all right locked in, and I know my children are, but what about people who are actually worse off when they're locked in? Who are more at danger when they're locked in? And, you know, I really think about that quite a lot. And I think, as I said, I with all my heart, I want to lift you guys up, and, you know, I'm not a worries me person, and I want to give you as much encouragement as I can. But I know there's somebody there, somebody watching me that doesn't feel that way, that can't feel that way, that circumstances stop them feeling that way. And, you know, always to say your glass is half full is very easy for someone who feels that, whose glass is half full. But I've been in a situation where my glass has not got a drop in it. It's 100% completely empty. I know how that feels. I know how that feels. And if you feel like that, you know, tell a friend. Tell anybody that, I know you're on your own. I know you're in the house on your own. I know that. Possibly with children. But reach out, because you can still reach out. There are still numbers and telephone numbers, and there's still websites, and there's me. You want to text me or write an email to me, you know, absolutely, I'll listen to you. You know, I'm no counsellor. I'm about as good a counsellor as I am a beauty consultant, but I am a woman, and I have been in that very, very vulnerable situation. I don't want to make it bad. I don't want to sort of put the mockers on today because it is New Year's Day. But it's very easy to forget that we might be all right, you know, and as much as we fear it, and I fear for my children, I am terrified for my children, I'm safe in these four walls. And it's something else when you're not. It really is something else when you're not. But I do all want you to have the best 2021 you can. I want you to do it. I pray that you do it safely, that you look at the things. Do you know, I was thinking what the positives could be out of this. How could there be positives when the death toll is so high, and it's very hard to think of a positive. But for me personally, and I'm only talking for me personally, I think I've learnt to appreciate things that I would have completely taken for granted before. That, you know, I was talking to Beige just half an hour ago, and I was saying what I felt with, you know, I love my thrifting. I love the thrift stores, and I hadn't been for months. And I said, but I never thought anything of it. We used to say, oh, come on, we'll get a cab, we'll get to the thrift stores, we'll do that today. Let's go around looking for a bargain today. Yeah, we'll do that. But it was just something we did, you know, you never thought about it. But now it'd be like a luxury. It would be, it would be like a luxury, because I haven't been anywhere since March. So, yeah, it's, no. Because, do you remember, make sure I get it right. Do you remember in the first lockdown that I was at our friend's house near my daughter's in that little flat? Do you remember? And I used to do the video every day. Do you remember that, any of you? So, yeah, I had to come, obviously had to come home, but in the time between that, that's when it dropped, the numbers dropped. Then I went to my daughter's house and then we came home. So, that was the, oh my goodness, what would that have been? July, August, July, I think. August, so then, around about then, but I haven't been outside the front door since then. So it is horrible, it is horrible, but I will appreciate things so much more, you know, to be able to do things, to be able to go into my friends' houses, because I live in a lovely little neighbourhood, and we're, you know, we're all really friendly with each other, and we're shouting at each other, you know, across the road, hello, and I did, because you can't see each other, you can't go in each other's houses. I did break the rules once for my friend Debbie, and I know a lot of you know about that. I went in her house for a little while, you know. She said, there's a COVID person, was, you know, that COVID's hit. And I think seeing her has made me appreciate as well how devastating this can be. I don't want to be down on today. I don't want to. I want us to look forward to 2021. Know that there's a vaccine coming out. That please God this time next year, and please God this time next year, that we're going to be okay. That we're going to be out of this. That this will be something that will go down in history as one of the worst times. And I really pray that. I do. I am starting my new videos. A lot of you have said you'd like to see the file thing that I've yet got to do with a number of my palettes, and, you know, spin a thing on an app that picks random number picker, and they'll pick that palette. Yeah, so that I'm looking forward to doing that as well. And, you know, other reviews that you'd like to see. So I'm looking forward to that very much too. And doing my sharing with Carla and the crowd that do the thrift shop at the end of last Sunday of every month. That's fabulous. I love that. So last Sunday of every month that goes up. It's Thrifting for Less. It's a group of ladies that I am so privileged to be part of now. And I love that. I love that. There's lots of other things that I want to bring you as well. But I wanted to do this video today just to say that if you are in, however happy we're trying to make you feel, however, you know, my aim is to bring you, lift your spirits in this time. It's going to take more than me and a video for some people, and I know that. And if you're in that situation, I understand that. I truly do, but reach out for help, because there is help. There is help. So I really, with all my heart, wish you the best 2021. I hope I hope I can meet up with some of my friends again this year, which I loved. I've had the privilege of meeting so many of you now, and it's just been wonderful. I hope this year that if it's possible, I can, you know, travel a little again, and that I hope that we all learn something from this. Certainly, I will never take simple things of life for granted again. Never. That's a big lesson I've learnt. And to be able to see my grandchildren, it's, you know, so many people have so much worse and have been hit by so much worse in this, that I don't feel I've got the right to sort of say be woe is me. But I am absolutely devastated that I can't see my grandchildren, because they are my world, they are my life, and Bears and the kids, and you know, I'm a real family girl. So I think I've muttered on enough now, haven't I, really? So Happy New Year, as happy as it can be, and it will get happier and happier. I hope you stick with me. I hope, you know, we can be friends for a long time to come. Thank you for watching me, thank you for your support, and thank you for all the love you show me. You are cracking, you really are. You take care, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.